Well, hello, my friends. I realized I totally forgot to pull a winner for Lord of the Rings. I tell you, it's end of days around here. So I wanted to get this guy out in the mail and give you a quick little update on what I plan to do next. I am going to try and play a board game here. We'll see what happens. But for now, let's take care of previous business. I have my list of potential people. I have my little numbers here. And I wanted to say thank you for all the book recommendations. My daughter is moving out of YA fantasy and into real fantasy and sci-fi, and having those great author recommendations to give her, I loved it. And of course I saw some old favorites, so I appreciate that as well. But for Lord of the Rings, let's send it off to, number 2. We're gonna go an early commenter. This was Mr. J. Botero. Lord of the Rings is yours, my friend. As always, you can shoot me an email to this account, flyingSoloGames@gmail.com. Let me know your shipping address and I will get a new game out to you. I've done my best to package it up so that it doesn't hopefully shift in transit. So we'll see. Hopefully all these cards won't just be scattered in the box for you. But congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're up for a good, challenging, solo or cooperative card game that will hopefully get lots of gameplay for many years to come. Gameplay, right. So what's happening? Of course, the pandemic is still going on. Everyone is still in my house, so I don't know about doing playthroughs. Because normally when I do them, I like to, if I'm doing more than just what I consider a one-shot, I like to upload them rather quickly within a couple days of each other. Otherwise, I find I get lost on what I'm playing. People watching it will think, oh, I haven't seen this for 3 weeks. I don't even remember where we were in the game. So I tend to shy away from that. But with the way things are now, I feel like that's just the way it's going to be. And we're just going to have to live with it. So I'm going to try and play a game. It's going to be slower than my usual pace, and for that I apologize. But it's not like you guys are paying me, right? So can't sue me for doing things wrong. And the one I wanted to try is called Folklore: The Affliction. Okay, so I see a lot of people looking for games that merge a D&D role-playing game with a board game, right? There's something really cool about role-playing games, but you need a DM. You definitely need a gaming group that can get together. Character development, it's very intensive and time-committing. And not all of us have the luxury of a group of people who want to do an RPG with. But there are some games like Folklore: The Affliction that try to meld the two together. So this is a campaign game with the bones of a role-playing game. And it comes with a story journal. And the way the story journal works is you read what happens, you roll a skill check, just like you're playing an RPG, against an attribute. You see if you pass or you fail. You can have skirmishes, you upgrade your character, you find new equipment. It's all those wonderful things in a board game. The only problem is these storybooks, once you've played them through, you know the story, right? Not a problem. There's hours and hours of playthrough in here, and there are expansions to go with. But if I show it to you, I kind of ruin the first, right, chapter. Whatever we play through, if you decide to play through it, you'll have known all of this, which kind of takes the fun away from it. So I hesitated to show this game until I found, thank goodness for nerds everywhere, the wonderful Puckstop 98 over on Board Game Geek. I will link it below. Put up a community-created adventure. So this does not come in the box. It will not spoil anything in the box. This is free to download, which I did. I sent it over to my print store and I went all out. I did the binding and the color printing in the front and back. I think I paid like $7 for this. You could bring this at home in black and white. Heck, you could play it off your computer screen if you want. But Puckstop 98 I think he had somebody, I can't remember who it is, it's Z maybe. Anyway, it's credited at Board Game Geek. Laid this out in such a way that it looks just like, oh, I shouldn't have put this away yet, a real and actual tale. So it gives you all of the feels of the game with what I'm assuming is a homemade version. So I can show you how to play this game. This is a nice, Dusk is sort of the easiest level, so it's great for beginning characters. It'll show how the game plays. It'll give us a sense of all of the adventure and goodness without ruining the game itself. And I believe, if I remember right, that this one had, how many chapters? Oh, chapter 2. Yeah, chapter 2 plus, was there a chapter 3? So this is a 2-chapter game. So it will probably take a little while to do. They're guessing 120 minutes. I'm assuming that's 60 minutes for each chapter. And if I'm playing with you and talking out loud, and you know how fast I go, guys, it'll take longer. So I'm guessing this would probably be, a 2 or 3, maybe even a 4 video playthrough. But I can show you how cool Folklore the Affliction is without ruining anything in this box, which is very fun. Like I said, there is an expansion out for this, and I believe a Kickstarter just finished for a 3rd expansion. Don't quote me on that. That could be a lie, but it could also be true. If you're interested, look for it yourself. Because I forgot to check that before I started to play. But this is also a game where they recommend you set the game up and you play it and you learn the rules as you go. So hopefully we can just kind of jump in and start playing without a lot of, boring rule detail. And there's a lot in here. There's a lot of things to fight. There are a lot of ability cards and tokens and items and so much goodness. So much goodness. I'm excited to start this one. But like I said, the pace might be a lot slower than I normally do just because of the way life is right now, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll adjust. We will continue to fight the good fight. I'm still going to do my computer game stuff that I'm doing just because that's something I sit down and do almost every night anyway, and it's easy to stick up here just for the fun of it. So I have something here in between the long hauls when I can get this to the table and play it. But my plan, my hope is that we'll be able to do that fan-made story. Work all our way through it. It'll be a nice slow pace, and then in between you guys can watch me, if you like, for my cult over on Twitch. And I do that live. If you ever want to check and see if I'm on at night, feel free to. I love any sort of help, chatting, or, live laughter at my crazy mistakes. Always appreciate it. But that said, congratulations, Jay. Looking forward to Folklore, and you can continue to watch my culting activities late at night if you so wish. Stay well, stay healthy, and hopefully you're enjoying as much as you can this lovely spring. Talk to you soon, my friends.